gonna take you guys back to when my parents met. All right, y'all ready? So,
Wow.
we going back. We going back. So
Mama G and Papa G.
Mama G and Papa G, bro.
this?
So Papa G came to in the city that we live in. I'm probably not LA, whatever. In LA, right? It's a small. We live in like a small town within LA. There's like multiple cities within LA. So my dad came. He landed, got off the airport, and he just stayed in that little small area in that small town. Okay. Then my mom came by herself, like independent. She wasn't married. Usually that doesn't happen. She came to America. She just wanted to leave. She came to America.
What?
That's where she met my dad in that small town, right? It's a crazy
unheard
story.
of.
So it's unheard of. So then they met while they were here through mutual friends. They got married, obviously, and then we're growing up in the same city where they met and all that. And that's all to say, bro. The city that we grew up in, it's all goated low, bro. It's all white. There's no brown people it's so different from the East Coast and the Midwest. It's so different, bro. Because LA is so spread out, where all the Muslim population, this and that, you gotta, everybody's spread out and sporadic. You gotta drive places, you gotta drive that, but it's not like centralized the way New York is. It's not centralized the way Chicago or Maryland and whatnot. So there's a community, but it's just hard to like have a tight knit community because everything's just so spread out. And literally in high school, me and my brother are the only like brown only Pakistanis that I know of. Pakistanis and probably like another Muslim maybe. So like 3 Muslims all together in our high school. So it was it's a different experience, but honestly, it was good. I felt like it was good.
Did you ever like try to associate with, like white people or anything? Did you have to find your identity eventually?
I became a Gora, man. I kid you not. I was like, listen.
It's okay, bro. We've been there.
Yeah, we've all been
That's what's
there.
crazy, bro. That's what's crazy. Okay, I grew up literally. All my friends were all white, this and that. Like no brown friends at this point, right? So I was just growing up in like a white culture, middle school, elementary school, even high school. The only like they see that we would get is like a little bit sprinkles of it here and here, and then within our home, obviously. And then it wasn't until college, right? When you go off to college, that's when you get more of like people coming in. Like you're more exposed to like Desi communities, Muslim communities, like PSAs, right. MSAs, and all that stuff. And that's when I started getting more like, I was always into the culture, but like I didn't embrace it as much until I was surrounded with the same, like, you know what I mean, with your same setting. Yeah. And that's when I just like that's when I started liking Desi girls, this and that, brown girl. Before, bro,
it's just
I don't know how much we could get into this, but before, man, just like literally I was only exposed to white girls, and that's the only type of girls that I was like, and then now at college, that's when I was exposed to a whole new world.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You're a man of many tastes. It's okay. But
flavors,
recently,
you know what I mean?
Hey, there's a shout out.